There is an important event that will happen too, by the way. The MSCI India standard index rebalancing scheduled for announcement tomorrow has several stocks in focus. And Harsh joins in to tell us which are the ones that should be on your radar. Harsh.
Well, yes, so it's going to be an interesting one because the rebalancing will happen by the 28th of February, and therefore flows will start to come through over the next couple of weeks. These are names you should keep your eye out on. One is Hyundai India. You'll see flows of around 13 times average volume. So large flows if this addition comes through, and it'll be a fresh addition if at all. In terms of weight ups, the expectations are IndusInd Bank, Varun Beverages, Torrent Pharma, Mankind Pharma and Aurobindo Pharma. The weight ups will likely lead to anything between 2 to 5 times in terms of average daily volume in all of these counters. IndusInd Bank at 5 times, Torrent Pharma at 3 times, the others at 2 times. So some of those also ought to be on your radar. Deletions also likely, but weight downs more importantly. You'll have an Asian Paints and an REC where typical average flow or flows to average daily volume will be around 3 times for Asian Paints and 1 time for REC. And you're seeing a bit of pressure, especially on REC today. Within the small cap index, you'll see 23 additions. Those are expected, and highest flows will be within the following names: Adani Wilmar, Afcons, Brainbees, Ola are the 4 names expected to have the largest flows. 12 deletions, La Opala, DB Corp and Mahindra Logistics among others will also be in focus on the back of this rebalancing. Of course, tomorrow pre-market is when all of this will come through.
Late night today, so that's to be kept in mind. Okay, thanks a lot for that, Harsh. You know what, when we talk about stocks which are not doing well and stocks doing well, on a day like today, we've had a solid performance by Adani Enterprises, Adani Power, Adani Green, Adani Energy. That whole Adani group is done extremely well for itself. So keep one eye out for that. There's some strength in Grasim, of course, that is up about 2. But largely, the top 11 names on the BSE 500 has probably 7 of the Adani Group stocks out there. Add to that Adani Ports and Adani Total as well, which are marginally in the green. So very strong show by that set of stock, by those set of stocks. What's not doing well though? Well, Zaggle Prepaid is now firmly down lower circuit. We spoke about it. It's down 10%. It is now down 10% on a lower circuit. CRISIL is corrected about 8.5%. EIH Hotels is down about 7.5% as well. And there is weakness in Swan Energy as well, which is down about 5.5%.
Well, another set of stocks to look at definitely is United Breweries, because remember the whole hullabaloo with the Telangana government on beer prices, on beverage prices. Well, they seem to have increased it once again, and that's something that we will look at. But some of the other buzzing stocks include Nykaa on the back of their third quarter earnings. What are you tracking this morning, Mahima?
Right, so I'll start with the earnings part, and I'll go with Nykaa first. The stock is seeing an uptick in trade today, and this is on the back of its Q3 numbers. A good set of numbers overall. In terms of the revenue, it grew by around 27%. EBITDA grew by 41%. Margins have increased by a tad bit, that is 63 odd basis points, and net profit was up almost 52% for the company. In terms of its verticals, the beauty segment grew by 32% YOY. Consolidated gross merchandise value is up 25%. The beauty vertical saw volume growth of 30%. This is also on the back of the festive season, plus the Nykaa land version and the kind of discounts that have been given by the company. And the Nykaa fashion also witnessed a revenue growth of 21% YOY. So all of the verticals have grown in double digits, which is why the company has performed well. Now, in terms of Grasim Industries, that's another counter, it's which is kind of facing pressure. Revenue is up 27% for the company, EBITDA down 48%. Margins slid to 3.3% from 8.2%, and net loss of 169 crore was incurred versus a 236 crore of profit. In terms of the key highlights, the cellulosic fibers EBITDA degrew by around 18%. Chemicals EBITDA did see a growth of around 25%, but caustic soda international average spot prices stood higher at 16% YOY. Building materials saw revenue growth of 10%, but EBITDA was down around 14% for the company. Birla Opus, out of 6 plants planned, 4 are already operational and they've already incurred a capex of 9,015, which is almost 90% of the planned capex. Financial services overall portfolio grew by 27% and AUM grew by 23% YOY. And other businesses EBITDA remained impacted by exceptionally high input cost prices. This is because of the linen segment, and renewable business cumulative installed capacity was up 37% for the company. Now coming to United Breweries, as you rightly mentioned, a lot was happening with respect to the Telangana government. The company did stop its supply of beer, then it also resumed back saying that they are in a conversation with the Telangana government. Now there's a follow-up on that. Beer prices in Telangana have been hiked by 15% from February 11th. They're assuming that assuming that there is no excise increase, MRP increases for consumers shall be modest 3 to 4%, and it shouldn't impact the overall industry volumes. But Telangana is a overall 55 million case industry, out of which UBL alone does 38 to 39 million cases, which is almost 70% of their of the total Telangana market share. In terms of price increase, this shall lead to a boost of around 1.7 to 1.9 billion EBITDA for UBL, and the amount of incremental EBITDA for FY25 estimates will be around 18 to 20% and this could lead to a 200 to 220 basis points EBITDA margin increase as well. Now Telangana has been EBITDA negative state for UBL and this could possibly turn. So this is the overall